When my mom was pregnant, her doctor told her she was expecting one baby girl, but instead she got us, conjoined twins. While my mom loved us deeply, my dad told her to let us die. He suggested to accidentally let us drop on the floor because no one would be suspicious of us dying anyway. When our mom refused, he said, "Well, at least give them up for adoption." But my mom wouldn't give in, so our dad broke up with her and left. Now imagine a single mom raising twins. It wasn't easy, but doctors offered her money so they could do experiments with us. The most cruel one was giving one of us electroshocks to see if the other one would feel the pain. Our mom didn't know what they were doing to us, but when we told her about it afterward, she promised us no more experiments. By the way, my name is Elaine, and her name is Buttface. Let me tell you about our lives and challenges. You see, my sister and I always got along quite well, but in 10th grade, she developed a crush on our classmate Derek, who liked her back. They constantly flirted with each other, and I had to listen to all of it. But Derek was one of the most boring guys in the world, so I told my sister she had to stop seeing him. Of course, she was angry at me, but afterward, we made a deal. We had to find a guy that we both loved. However, on our 21st birthday, we got approached by a Chinese lady. She said she was working for a rich businessman who wanted us to come to China. I said, "For what?" And she responded, "My boss really likes the way you two look, and he will pay you a lot of money." "How much?" I asked. And she laid a briefcase on the table. When she opened it, we saw lots of money, and she said, "He will pay you $1 million in cash if you're gonna stay with him for 6 months. We both looked at each other. This sounded kinda sketchy, but $1 million was a lot of money, so I asked her to show us a photo of him. The guy was already in his 50s and a bit fat, but he looked very friendly, so we both agreed on flying to China to meet him. When we arrived at his mansion, he greeted us with a big smile and gave us a hug. He wasn't as creepy at all. He was more like a big teddy bear, so we didn't mind that he pressed his head against our middle breast. I mean, we knew exactly what he was paying us for, but soon things started to become a little bit uncomfortable. He used us as a status symbol, and whenever his friends came over, we had to dress up in lingerie and serve them dinner. His friends would always be in awe and then laugh at us. Of course, it was quite uncomfortable to be half naked and stared at by a bunch of guys, but that was nothing compared to the shows we had to perform for them. But I don't want to go into that. Anyway, when we came back to the US, we bought ourselves an apartment and got a job at a bank. They even paid us 2 salaries, but what we really wanted was to get into a relationship. So we tried out the dating app Tinder. Most people didn't believe we were real, but Douglas did. We met him in a small park, and for the first time, both of us had great chemistry with the same guy. He was funny, charming, and good-looking. It only took 8 months for him to move into our apartment, but we quickly learned that he was manipulative and toxic. One night, I was laying in bed next to him while my sister was asleep. He began telling me that he loved me more than my sister because she was annoying and stuck up. Hearing him trash talk my sister somehow made me feel special, like I was better than her. But it turns out that he was having secret conversations with my sister too. One night, I woke up and heard them talking. My sister was giggling and I asked, "What are you guys talking about?" She responded, "Oh, nothing important." And I said, "Wait, did he tell you that he likes you more than me?" My sister responded, "Yes, he did." And I said, "He told me the same thing." Well, a few minutes later, we had thrown him out of our apartment. You see, being conjoined twins is like being married on steroids. Even though you are 2 different people, you're still the same person because even if my sister has a bad day, I will have a bad day too. So it's very important that we take care of each other. Luckily, our current boyfriend Robert is a good guy who loves us equally and even has a fetish for our 3 breasts. You must be wondering whether one guy can pleasure both of us, and the answer is yes, because we share most of our organs, including our you-know-what. Anyway, a lot of people ask us if we want to be separated someday, and the answer is yes. If scientists could grow us a second body and put one of our heads onto it, we would definitely do it. But that doesn't mean that we aren't happy with our current lives. Right now, we are even trying to have a baby and start our own family.